This video is a little different. You are learning about the Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and Systems, the ITS degree, and you will be hearing from Dr. Dawn Owens, who is the program director for that degree, but this is actually more of an interview between Associate Dean Marilyn Kaplan and Dr. Owens, and I really like this format. Enjoy.
So how about if you give us some additional information in more detail about your program?
Wonderful, absolutely. I love talking about the program because it is definitely one that provides a lot of opportunities. So I'm going to share my screen here and give me thumbs up. You can see my screen. I'll move you off of my screen. Okay, good. So just a little bit introduction. So a little bit about myself, you already know, but I'm also the program director. I'm also a professor. So some of the classes I teach is our upper level ITS classes, the database class, our systems analysis and design class, and actually one of my favorite classes to teach is our capstone class. Capstone class is an opportunity for students to work on a real project with an actual company. And students love that class. I love that class. It's really a good experience. And then we have Ms. Juan Han. She is our program manager. So we have just under 1,000 students in the program today. And so we have a lot of students, and she's there to help. If I'm in class or I'm tending to other meetings, she's there to also assist you. So she's a great resource. She also specializes in internships. So if you have questions about internships, the process, she's your go-to person for that. But why should you major in ITS? Well, number one, the salaries are there. So students who graduate from our program, the average starting salary for our students is about $68,000. And that's actually higher than the national average for, all ITS students. And so our students are getting a little bit higher than the national average in terms of starting salary. So it's a competitive salary. Diverse careers. Now I call this a blessing and a curse. A blessing in that when you graduate, there's lots of opportunities, lots of options for you. The curse being sometimes it can be overwhelming and sometimes it can be difficult to choose. And so I'll give you some tips for that as well. Job placement rate, it says they're 70%. Again, our students have a higher job placement rate, and I credit that to being here in Dallas-Fort Worth. We are in just a wonderful place for jobs. The Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have lots of companies relocating here because and then establishing partnerships with our school because of the students coming out of it. Unique specializations, I'll talk more about that. And then just well-rounded students. Our students, and I've heard this from employers, this is not my words, our employers' words, in that our ITS students, when they enter the workforce, they can hit the ground running. They have both technical skills and business skills, and they are at a point where, a lot of times they feel comfortable putting them in front of a client. So our students are, when they enter the workforce, they are well-rounded individuals where employers have confidence in their ability to do their jobs. So what will you learn? So I mentioned a few of these, right? You'll learn programming, so you do have to take 2 semesters of programming. You'll learn, I talked about how sometimes the tools we need don't exist. So you have to create those. Well, how do you do that? What is the process for that? So systems design, you'll learn how to design new systems. You'll learn about networking. So we're sitting here today, we're doing this recording, we're not even in the same room, and we couldn't do that if we didn't have a network in place that's going to bring us all together virtually. So you'll learn about that. You'll learn how to keep things secure. When we are sharing things over a public network, how do we make sure that we maintain the security of what's being passed over the network? You'll learn about enterprise architecture, things like cloud computing. How do we bring all these things together so that they work? Data analytics is a big thing too. Data is collected about almost everything that we do online. And there's so much data out there. Where do we store it? And that's databases. And then once we have it stored, what can we do with that data to make good decisions? And then finally, everybody's required to do an internship, one of the best parts of the program, and then also the capstone class. I don't have a slide for the capstone class, but I mentioned the capstone class, one of my favorite classes to teach, and also one of the students' favorite classes. I said one of the top questions is, well, what kind of job can I get? And you'll see lots of different job opportunities here. And these are actual job titles that our students get when they graduate. In terms of, is there one that's more popular than the other? Not necessarily. We do have students who go to a business analyst analyst type of degree. But we also have seen a trend in IT consultants. A lot of our students are going the IT consultant route. But then we have students who are more interested in the technical side and go into something like information security or database administrator or database analyst. So that you'll see there's a wide variety here, a wide variety of jobs, and they all differ in terms of how technical they are. This is our model that we have for our students. We know it. We know IT. We actually have a sticker with this on it. So next time that we are on campus, come visit me. I'll be happy to give you one of our stickers. You can wear it proudly. If you're an ITS student, again, come visit me. We have t-shirts with our slogan on it. So always happy to share those as well. But with that, that is the end of the presentation. Our website has a lot of the same information on it, particularly with regard to jobs. So it's a great resource. There's the direct link there for you. And then if you want to schedule an appointment with myself or Ms. Hahn, we are available. We do appointments on GenBook. So if you just go to itss.genbook.com, it's the easiest and quickest way to schedule an appointment with one of us. So did I cover everything?
Well, I have a question, and it's goes back to that computer science versus IT. The analogy I usually use is the computer science end is usually more about the machine, and IT is much more about the data. So I was wondering if I'm right, and if you can kind of expand on that.
You are absolutely right, right? So computer science is definitely about the machine. ITS is about not only the data, but also the people. So I'd add the people component to that. So it's about the data that's being collected and then the people who are using that data. And so I think that is so critical. And I've had employers say this to me directly, saying that, I'll give you an example. He said that he had an ITS student and a computer science student apply for the same job. And ultimately, the ITS student won out because they had that. They understood business. They understand the data piece, the people piece, and it wasn't just about the technology. And so, that's where our students actually, rise to the top, is because they have a big picture view of how it all fits together.
So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and remember to contact Don Owens if you should have any questions. Thanks a lot. Bye.